Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Yes, if you're seeing this video for the first time, my name is Philip and welcome to my channel once again. Today I am going to be diving deep into one of the most lyrically charged albums to drop this year, 2025. Yes, Lyrical Joe's latest project, second studio album that is, titled I Am. you yeah, so album was officially released May 16th. That was just yesterday. Today's 17th. So the 13-track project showcases his lyrical prowess and features collaborations with notable Ghanaian artists, including Medical, B-Strap, KOTM, and media personality Andy Dusty. Yes, I mean, the whole of today I've been, I've been playing the album, back to back, and I have, a few things, to actually say about it. Take it like my review, to the entire album. So, if you are into thought-provoking, bars, spiritual undertones, and musical, storytelling that stretches your mind and your emotions, then you're gonna want to, stick around, for this one. Yeah. So this album by Lyrical Joe, titled once again I Am, right off the bat, I mean, the title itself is bold, definitely a bold title. I love the fact that the title commands the presence, and I feel like that is exactly what Lyrical Joe delivers across this 13-track journey. There is an unmistakable sense that this album, is not just music. It's a statement. I mean, to me, it's definitely introspective. It's confrontational, and it's spiritual. All at once. It doesn't try to pander, to radio trends or viral moments. Instead, I love the fact that it demands you pay attention. Because every single line, in the lyrics, is definitely saying something. We definitely have to start, with the obvious, the lyrics. Yes, I mean, if you know Lyrical Joe, bars, are his domain. But on this album, I Am, he evolves past just punchlines. I love the fact that he leaned into philosophy, identity, mental health, resilience, and faith. You look at tracks like Holy Sky, and Glory Fall. These tracks, are drenched, in reflection. He's wrestling, with his purpose, with fame and a higher calling. Then there is this track, this song, The Interview, featuring Andy Dusty, which happens to be, my favorite. I say this because I found the song, super creative. I mean, I love the fact that it's structured, like a literal, sit-down interview, but it quickly turns into a deeper, interrogation of self, of self, ego, and public image. I mean, I feel like this song was brilliantly done. And don't even get me started, on the on the wordplay in this song, Twisted Fate. I think that's like the last song on the album. This song, I mean, I feel like it's a song that questions belief systems and destiny in a way that's so poetic, but piercing. It's one of the most complex cuts on the project, and I feel like this song definitely is worth multiple listens. Yeah, the features on the album, to me, they feel more like I mean, they are purposeful, if that makes sense. This isn't your typical industry guest list. I feel like every collaborator brought something specific. Talk about El on the title track, I Am. To me, that's like a match made in lyrical heaven. The chemistry is definitely real, like two generals sparring, but with mutual respect. Medical MDK lights up with the song Tets, Two-Edged Sword, giving us a fiery, contrast to Lyrical Joe's more, introspective tone. And I mean, B-Strap, KOTM on Julie. I feel like, I mean, he added a fresh bounce, giving the album a more modern and youthful flavor. But the wild card here is, I mean, my favorite song on the album, The Interview, Andy Dusty. Having a media personality feature, on a rap album, couldn't have felt, gimmicky. I don't know if that makes sense, but not here. I mean, and Dusty being on this album definitely adds a documentary feel, to the entire project. Almost like we are listening to Lyrical Joe's personal journal, read aloud. Yeah. Sonically, this album, once again, I mean, it's minimal, but very, very powerful. Don't expect, big hooks or trap heavy beats. The album, is built around message. The instrumentals definitely serve as a backdrop, allowing Lyrical Joe's words, to breathe, all the way through. There's a beautiful mix of boom bap elements, I mean soul samples and ambient textures, and a bit of Afro fusion sprinkled in. Tracks like Healing and then Feed My Soul, are atmospheric and emotional, and they force you to slow down and really really feel the lyrics. Some listeners, I'm pretty sure, might say the production feels understated, maybe even too mellow at times. But I think that's by design. This is a this is a listening with headphones in the dark, kind of project. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep it real, with you guys, about this Lyrical Joe album. I mean, the album isn't perfect. The pacing dips slightly in the middle. If you ask me, a few tracks like Togbi and then Holy, whilst strong individually, feel a bit thematically redundant, when you consume the album, front to back. A little more, sonic variation, could have, helped to break things up. Also, because the project, is so lyrically dense, it might not resonate, with more, casual listeners, looking for quick, feel good, tracks, But then again, this isn't a casual album. This is Lyrical Joe, stacking his Comm, as one of the most introspective rappers, on the continent, Africa, that is. In the end, I Am, by Lyrical Joe, to me, it's more than just an album. It's a thesis. Lyrical Joe, is using, his pen, to question everything, his past, his future, society, faith, and even his own sense of self. I mean, I love the fact that this album, feels poetic, it's raw, spiritual, and brutally honest. And while it may not be everyone's, cup of tea, I mean, it's exactly the kind of, art that pushes hip hop in Ghana forward, if you ask me. If you are tired of surface level music and you are craving, something that speaks to the soul and the intellect, you definitely need to hear this album. So yeah, that is my honest take, my honest review about Lyrical Joe's I Am. Now, I want to hear from you guys also. Did you connect, with the album the way that I did? I mean, what were your favorite tracks? Did anything surprise you? I mean, for me, it is the interview with Andy Dusty. Yeah. So let's get the conversation going down in the comments. And if you are new on here, please don't forget, to hit that subscribe button for more music reviews, reactions and discussions, such as this one. Until next time, keep your mind open, your speakers loud, and your soul tuned in. Peace.